Hi, welcome to SIGEP. My name is Jeremy. You have just joined the best college fraternity in the nation. The SIGEP experience is transformational and will help you become a better man, and your brothers will be there to guide you along the way.
They will show you that brotherly love is more than a feeling. Often it's a decision to hold your brothers accountable and help keep them safe.
Sometimes brotherly love requires tough love, but sometimes it's just looking out for one another.
By knowing and understanding SIGEP's risk management policies, your campus policies, and your local state laws, you should be able to have a healthy college experience and keep those around you safe.
We know this can be complicated. There are policies and laws you need to be aware of, and few of them are easy to understand at first glance. We're going to do our best to clear things up for you and give you some easy rules to live by.
College presents new opportunities, freedoms, and responsibilities. As a fraternity, we are responsible for creating safer environments for our brothers and our guests.
While it may be easy to say that a gathering is not a chapter event, think about how an outside observer would view it. Would someone who's not associated with your chapter look at your gathering and consider it a chapter event?
To make this really easy, you can even use the duck test. Does it look like a duck? Does it quack like a duck? Then it's probably a duck.
Perception is reality. If observers think you are hosting a chapter-sponsored event with alcohol present, your chapter must be in compliance with SIGEP's risk management policies, SIGEP's BYOB checklist and third-party vendor guidelines, campus guidelines, and state and federal laws.
The legal drinking age is 21 in all 50 states.
This means serving, providing, or selling alcohol to minors is illegal.
Purchasing kegs, cases, or other bulk quantities of alcohol for a chapter event is prohibited by SIGEP's policies, even if you are 21.
If your chapter is hosting an event, alcohol can never be purchased with chapter funds or by any member on behalf of the chapter.
Pulling of funds or creating a separate bank account is not allowed. Chapters don't have a liquor license, so we are not a bar.
If your chapter is holding an event where alcohol is present, the event cannot be sponsored by an alcohol distributor or a bar.
An alcohol distributor or bar can host or sponsor a chapter event, but only if alcohol is not being served or sold.
However, your chapter can use or rent space in a bar for an event with alcohol as long as you follow SIGEP's risk management policies.
Interacting with other chapters and organizations is a great way to build relationships on campus.
However, chapters cannot co-sponsor or co-finance an event where alcohol is purchased by either organization, regardless if the co-sponsoring organization's policies allow for the purchase of alcohol.
If you're holding an event with alcohol present, you should always use a guest list to manage the attendees of your event, because this protects you and your chapter.
To build safer environments for both you and your brothers, you need to know who is at your events because you are responsible for their safety. That is why alcohol is not allowed at any open events where there's unrestricted access to non-members.
Knowing how to get to and from an event is also important. SIGEP has a policy regarding rented and non-owned vehicles. If you have an accident while driving to a SIGEP event, you are only covered under our general liability insurance if you're driving your vehicle. So if you choose to rent large passenger vans or vehicles to make transportation easier to our SIGEP events, a best practice might be to purchase additional one-time insurance from the rental company.
Recruiting the right guys and welcoming them to SIGEP are definitely reasons for celebration. But all recruitment events, member development activities, and ritual ceremonies must be substance-free.
This includes activities associated with bid night, little brother, big brother activities or events, and ritual rites of passage.
Drinking games should not take place at chapter events.
The possession, sale, or use of illegal drugs or controlled substances is not allowed. This includes prescription drugs without a prescription. If your name is on the prescription label, you should be the only one taking those drugs.
As we're talking about our chapter events, there are a few more things you should know about, especially when it comes to taking care of our chapter houses.
Your chapter can host an event with a fire pit or grill, but if your chapter is hosting an event with a bonfire, you will need to secure special event coverage. Speaking of fire, members should not use or possess firearms or explosive devices on chapter premises.
And finally, chapters and members should not be constructing pools, ponds, towers, rope bridges, and slip and slides on fraternity property or any associated or assumed fraternity event. Even if it is rented and supervised by a third-party vendor, the use of any form of slip and slide is not allowed.
Any claims that come as a result of slip and slides will not be covered under our liability insurance. If you have any questions about renovations or constructions, contact your chapter's ABC. SIGEP's mission is building balanced men, but that does not happen through hazing.
No member or chapter shall engage in, tolerate, or condone any act of hazing involving any member or non-member of the fraternity.
Choosing to participate in or failing to report hazing still counts as condoning hazing.
Hazing is any action taken or situation created, whether on or off fraternity premises, to produce mental or physical discomfort, embarrassment, harassment, or ridicule.
Hazing activities may include, but are not limited to, the use of alcohol, paddling in any form, creation of excessive fatigue, physical and psychological shocks, morally degrading or humiliating games and activities, late work sessions, and any other activities that are in conflict with SIGEP's risk management policies, your campus policies, and your state and federal laws.
Permission or approval by a person being hazed is not a defense.
SIGEP shall not encourage, support, or participate in any action that demeans, belittles, or damages another person in any manner.
That means we should not be engaging in, tolerating, or condoning any form of fighting or physically abusive behavior.
We should also not be a part of sexism or sexually abusive behavior, be it physical, mental, or emotional in nature.
This includes any actions that are demeaning to men or women, such as verbal abuse, physical abuse, sexual assault, employment or use of strippers or exotic dancers.
SIGEP's commitment to keeping you safe doesn't end at providing policies and guidelines. Did you know that as an undergraduate member of SIGEP, you're enrolled in an accident protection insurance plan?
All undergraduate brothers who are in good standing with the fraternity are provided coverage of up to $10,000 per incident.
The policy will reimburse you for any out-of-pocket expenses you might incur, including deductibles and co-pays. You are even covered if you are accidentally injured at a non-fraternity event.
All of this may be complicated, but these rules will ensure your brothers a healthy college experience and to keep them and those around you safe.
You have the ability to show the world what our fraternity stands for.
SIGEP is different.
I am different.
You are different.
Member safety isn't about ruining fun.
It's about creating safe and positive environments.
We are not the problem. We are part of the solution.
We commit to this by becoming our brother's keepers.
I am my brother's keeper.
You are my brother's keeper.